we got us up a homemade mole sauce. So gonna have a few different videos coming to the channel on this particular cook, sauce, what have you, because Macon Heat Peppers, Clayton Hollingsworth, thank you. He sent me a package and it had a prototype sauce in there. We've already reviewed that sauce, but he also included in there 2 fresh chocolate Warthog pods that were, no joke, this big. I should have weighed them. I didn't. But it inspired me to make a mole sauce from scratch. I've never made mole before. This was the first time. But I thought, you know, he's sending me these peppers. I got to do something with them. And I still don't own a dehydrator. I need to get one. The one I had, long story. So, you know, I didn't want them to go to waste, and I'm not eating fresh super hots right now, just straight off the rip as I'm recovering still from surgery. So I was like, I got to use these for something. And for whatever reason, a mole sauce came to mind, and I thought it would be a great way to utilize the chocolate Warthog. A little bit of that florality, but then the dark nature of the pods themselves would accent a chocolatey dark sauce. So this is a mole negro, spicy mole negro sauce that I made. I've already uploaded a video of the dish that I created with it. I just did pollo, mole de pollo, so chicken, rice, and this is what's left over. So in this bottle, well, in the sauce that we made, it made about 2 of these bottles, I would say, total. And this is what's left over. I used, it maybe made 3 of these bottles. I had to throw a little bit out. Anyway, quick recipe, but I'm gonna include a full recipe and a post on this channel too at a later date. But 2 MA Warthogs fresh, 6 dried chili de arbos, and 2 dried New Mexico chilies. I rehydrated those, the dried chilies, and then cooked them down, just kind of sauteed them in a dry skillet with the MA Warthogs. Got that going. There's a lot to the recipe, but it's got cumin, cloves, 7 chili spice rub that I added in there, about 2 teaspoons of each of those. The cloves was like a half a teaspoon. And then I did 3/4 of a white onion chopped, and about 8 cloves of garlic smashed. We cooked those together. What else is in there? We've got about a cup of raisins, seedless, dark red raisins. Peanut butter, just smooth Jif peanut butter. About a half a cup. I added more at the end, so my numbers are off a little bit. And then I did some Ghirardelli's dark melting chocolate as well, and I ended up adding more of that at the end as well. I got salt in there. I'm going to do a visual post of pictures and detail the exact recipe all the way down. But this came out 100 times better than I thought it ever would. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Oh, 2 cans, I think they're 10-ounce cans of chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. That's in there. It was about a 6-hour cook on the mole sauce itself. It took me about 6 hours to cook the onions, cook the chilies, rehydrate the chilies, bring them back, put them in, mix, do, everything. About 6 hours. And it has a nice little pour to it. It's extremely warm. You can see it's thick, it's a thick sauce, but it comes out of just a cheapo plastic bottle really nice. Yeah, we've got cumin in there. Oregano. We got oregano in there. Let's try this. Mm-hmm. Mm. It's hot. Guys, it's even hotter off the spoon like this than when I ate it on the dish last night. It hits the saliva glands. It's hitting back in the throat here, the sides of the tongue, a little bit of the roof of the mouth. It's all over the place. The main chili that you get the flavor of is those chipotles. But it has a much, much higher heat level than what a chipotle would give you. And again, that's just the depth of the flavor and the depth of the spice that we used. The New Mexico chilies, very low end, but they were big. I used them for the color aspect and some of that rustic appeal that this has. I used the chili de arbos because they're a good heat level pepper. Not super hot, but they have a nice little warmth to them. Plus I had a bag of them. And then the 2 10-ounce cans of chipotles, whole chipotles. And then just those 2 MA Warthogs. And I'm telling you, that's all this needs. It doesn't need any more spice. The garlic comes through, but it's not super heavy. Okay, we're getting clogged a little now. Well, it's still coming good. Again, but as you can see, it's very thick. A lot of that's the peanut butter. And you can see how it's coming out like that and keeping its consistency like that. It's not like a runny sauce. So it's not like a sauce per se where it's runny. It's a condiment more than anything, right? And I'm not super familiar with moles. Like I said, I've never made a mole sauce from scratch. This is the first time. It won't be the last because this is phenomenal. It's like a paste in consistency. The peanut butter really shines. It has a nuttiness to it on the back end. Again, so all I did was I found a recipe. So the entire recipe is not my own, right? I found a recipe that I followed. There's coriander in that as well, that I followed pretty close. But I used my own chilies. I used hotter chilies than what it said to use, obviously, with the fresh warthogs in there. But also the chili de arbos is hotter than what this recipe called for. And I used more of the chilies in total than what the recipe called for. I also added in some black pepper, just because I thought it needed it a little bit. That wasn't in the recipe. So I tweaked a few things. I added way more peanut butter and way more chocolate than what it asked for. And the only reason I added the extra chocolate at the end wasn't because I was trying to kill the spice. I was trying to get the sauce to be more of a black, a little bit darker. I mean, but that's chocolate as can be. And you can't really see it here in this bottle, but there are just little bits and pieces in there. But for being so thick, it's actually thin at the same time, if that makes sense. It's creamy. A lot of that's coming from the peanut butter, I suppose. Nonetheless, I just wanted to share this journey with you. I'm going to have a few posts on this sauce. and just, you know, different things. But phenomenal. I just had to share it. I'm proud of it. And the other thing that makes me even more proud of it is that it came out so wonderful. Just flavor-wise, it's rustic. It's smooth. It's creamy. There's a sweet note to it, but it doesn't never come across sweet. But I can feel it I can taste it on the palate. So it's there. A lot of people would probably miss it because it's right after the nutty peanut butter note that you get on the very, very back end. That chipotle flavor, that smoky, rustic flavor hits you right up front. The heat on it, it lingers. It has legs. It's the whole front of my mouth is just, you know, and I remember eating that dish last night, and it was damn near challenge level for me and where my tolerance is right now. It had me taking bites and doing that kind of number. 2 spoonfuls just straight off the rip on this. You know, it's got my saliva just working overtime. It's delicious, you know, but I really wanted to share this for everybody and for myself, but for Clayton as well, because I just truly appreciated the gesture. I had no idea he was sending me this box until randomly he just said, box is coming. A couple days later, here it was. A couple chilies in there. I let him know, hey, I can't review those peppers, even though earlier in this season I reviewed one of his chocolate warthogs, and I have to go back and really examine my pepper season because it's been different than years past to re-examine a lot, but it might have been the hottest single pot I ate all season. I'm not 100% sure on it, but it's definitely up there. It was a fucking burner. And just 2 of them in this sauce. That's all she needs. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Mole Negro from scratch. Phenomenal. If you want the full recipe, I'm going to post in the next week or so some pictures on my Instagram, Facebook, and also in the community tab on this channel that'll have different pictures of each step. But I'm also going to really detail the recipe down because I know I'm just coming off the head. I cooked it last night, and I know I'm forgetting some of the ingredients, and I'm not giving an exact amount, but I think you get the gist of what's in there. It's phenomenal. And before I forget again, the other reason I'm really proud of this sauce is because I'm not normally a fan of mole. I'm just not. I've never really truly been one to appreciate it, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's never been spicy enough, and it's been too, I don't know. It's been a long time since I had mole because I just never really cared for it. So it's not something I ever would order when going out to eat at a Hispanic restaurant, a taqueria, anywhere. My view on moles have changed. I don't know. Maybe I just got to bring my own, you know, because I don't know. There's something about it, but that's the other reason I'm proud of it. I've never been a fan of moles, which is probably the only Hispanic type food, sauce, whatever you want to say, that I don't really appreciate, but I have a new appreciation for it now. So anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for burning with me. We'll see you next time.